Now let's see. Do you have a 2D background or is it just modeling?
I've done a little bit of modeling on mine, but I've done 2D. I have 2D animations.
Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna extra judge you now. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
I was like, you're gonna be very disappointed.
No, that's fine. Okay, cool. You're Jay. Okay, nice sharp edges, corners. But I see no arcs. What's up with that?
I thought we just had to make the ball roll at three different.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing.
Okay, thank God. Like, don't give me a heart attack.
No, because remember, this was just for you guys to explore for yourselves. The weeks to come, they're gonna be, then it gets structured. Then we'll really start dealing with you guys because this week was just technical difficulties. Me still getting to know you guys. You still getting to know me and my delivery method on how I teach. So it's all just, we're just trying to get on the same wavelength now. As soon as we get on the same speed. Okay, let me jump in here real fast.
Awesome.
Okay. You're messing with the speeds. So you're going there, 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 there.
The ball was not rolling in the right direction.
That's fine, that's fine. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at this. Okay, chat, you go away. Your TY. Well, let's say this direction is going to be red. Let's do this direction is going to be blue. So you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
All right, so brand spanking new to the graph editor. Let's do the following. So right now, your red one is doing the good old fashioned. And I know you didn't look at the graph editor, but I'm going to talk always in terms of the graph editor. So when you open the thing and you see the window, you're going to see basically this. And you set a key, you went down a few frames, you set another key.
Right.
This is what comes out. That's fine, that's fine. Then you go that way. Okay, so here is, now we're gonna start to talk about the relationship between these lines in your graph editor. So I'm gonna go as clear as I can. So I am just gonna talk, not even gonna scroll. Okay, so there's this. Here's your graph editor. You have this going on. You have that going on. Then you have, it's like it pauses, then you go. So your next key, that stopped. And you set another key, and then you went there. Okay, so then this one's shorter. Let's just say it's that. So that's your blue one. The red one goes there, goes there. The blue one goes here. So this is what's going on under the hood. And
Right.
so the reason why it pauses and then goes a different way, it's because your keys are most likely on the same frame. And these aren't secrets. I'm just letting you know. I'm narrating basically your animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I narrate, these happen at the same time. When you go and you start trying to tackle curves, this is what you need to do under the hood. You need to take these blue ones and basically and you're gonna shift them over this way a little bit so that these two lines overlap. When they overlap, let me do it in baby blue. It'll be, I like to do this, so I'm gonna just talk out loud. I see these two keys. I'm like, if I'm gonna go for a really good arc, let me go smack dab in the middle, start here. That means eyeballing, that kind of goes. Stretch this one out, so I'm gonna put that key there. And so then we have this, right? What this is gonna give is most likely it's gonna give you It's going to give you a nice curve like that. Super complicated, right? It's like, this is not intuitive at all. But I'm just so you visually see what needs to be done.
Yeah,
Right?
I
It's
agree.
like studying right before you sleep so you dream about it. Like
Yeah,
you're not taking nothing in. You're not taking anything in, but you're just visualize seeing it.
it still helps.
Yeah, right? Then so this is the red. See, the red is going, the red is going, and then it kind of, this is the overlap section. This is the overlap section, and then it's blue. Because look, your red right here is moving. Your red is moving right here, but the blue is not.
Okay.
That means it's only going to go in this direction right now. Then you have some blue happening, and then your red stops. So over here, it's nothing but blue, and that is also true because, let me do the baby blue. Sorry, it's baby blue. Let me see. Ah, okay. Actually, it's going to look like this. My bad, my bad. Because see how now there's blue moving and there's no red? That is
Mm-hmm.
it going straight this way. All this space right here and it trying to happen at the same time is going to give you an art. How perfect. Now here's the part you guys need to remember. I'm going to go on a different page. That's getting messy. I'm going to the red one. And so when your green line is happening, the green line is going to go, hopefully it goes like this. Right? This is just one quick movement. When this is your up and down. So the ball goes up and then the ball comes down. That's all it expresses. When you set the keys, when you set the key, when you press S to hold your pose, you're gonna get your first key, and then you move it up. You go down a few frames, you move it up right here, and it's gonna look like this when you first set your key. This is nice. That means it's gonna slowly go up, slowly go down. We don't want that. You're gonna have little strings like that. These are tangents, and I love to shove them in to create the effect of, then you will get that. Because these yellow things, for everyone who's really new in Maya, these kind of help do the curve. They help influence your space. The further these are out, the more your line's gonna bend. If your curve is really pulled out and this one's short, and you have this one up here, you have one small one right there. Let's go like that. This curve is obviously gonna look like that. Mm-hmm. And the trick, this is where all your animations going to be affected by, because the computer is always going to do a smoother line that we could do animating by hand. This line is mathematically going to be smoother than anything we could ever do. So knowing how to manipulate these tangents is going to be key later on when you're polishing. Once you get past the bouncing ball, you get past walking, and you're in the acting mode, and you're trying to do a very, very smooth, fluid cleanup of your animation. It's going to be all about how smooth these lines are. So just keep that in mind as we go forward. Let's you mess around with the squash right there. It's cool. It's cool. I wanted to, earlier I said we could easily do this with an S. Okay, over here. Go like that. So when I was eyeballing it, it was this. And I love, first I eyeball, and then I see what this curve is trying to do, right? I'm like, okay, before that, it was pretty symmetrical, and now they're not symmetrical. What is it trying to do? Oh, okay, awesome, awesome. It is, all I gotta do is offset. So let's undo these guys. And so let me find out. 2550. This, let me put it right. No. There. Oops. I'm just going to move it one. No, not you. There. There. Perfect. Oh, okay, okay. See how I did this? And even if I go up and down, it doesn't move. Saves my life every time. I'm holding down shift and clicking, and it only moves on that axis. If I press shift, go up and down, then it's only up and down. Pretty cool. The reason why so I put on 25, 1, 51, that's good enough. I go in here. So what's happening, we saw the curves try to offset, and so I'm gonna trust the curves. This, I'm gonna move halfway there. See what that does? This one, halfway there. Let's see what that does. Okay, still a crappy circle. Let's do this. Let's try to get these curves really smooth, right? Really smooth. Let's figure out what this does. Just messing around. Better, better, better. And I'm still missing something. Let's get back to the center. Let's go there. S. Let's see what was going on. S. Okay, we need to go up. What's going on here? There we go. I am making, that's why it needs to be smooth. Who are you? You, let's go smooth. Now let's see this side. See, a little bit smoother. You are crooked. Whenever you see crookedness, address it. Let's see this. No, I want this more. Let's do this. I want you there. Always keep them smooth. Always keep them smooth. And I really don't. All I know is that curves need to be smooth. I'm not really looking over here right now. I'm just looking here. And I'm just making sure. Oh, they're connected.
Is it all right to break the anchor points sometimes? Because there's a button on that graph editor that
I like doing this. If I had my hotkeys, I break it, but I never take it off the axis. So I would break it by I would shrink this side, right? So it's broken, but I would only do this, right? Only do that. Sometimes that comes in handy, but I'm not going to go into that right now. I'm going to try to do as much as I can, keeping it simple. Okay. So that means here, I want to put an S. Let me do this. That's a bit better of a curve. And see how that stick was overlapping the other one? Never want to do that. You never want your sticks to overlap, right? It's just no good. No good, no good. All right, let's check everything a bit smooth. Yep. Smooth. This is called cleaning up. Let's see what this side does. It goes high too fast. There you go. That's a much better curve, right? And let's see what happened. All I did was make this super sexy. That's all I did. That's how you play nice with the computer. Now, but this side's not sexy at all. So let's do this. Let's see, that is out to there. That is out to there. Let's try and mimic. Let's try this. What's happening over here? This, I need it over here. What does that do? Okay, so that's where our, now see that's our spot. Now all my efforts go to making it look nice. There, how are these doing? How are those doing? A little bit like that, sure. Let's see what we got. Okay, it's not the perfect circle because right here I kind of want it to go a little bit more that way. What does that do? Just needs a wider hump.